You're listening to Rockers for Wildlife Radio with Paul Paget, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hey.
It's Paul Paget and everybody.
Anahiti Timadi.
Yeah. And Sonia and Dr. Frankie and Tina Turner. And
Tina Turner.
What's love
got to do with it? Got to do it.
Say hi to Tina, everybody. Yeah, she's in the house.
She's in the
She's
house.
beyond Thunderdome today.
Hey, I love that movie.
Boom.
She made me see it on the piece thing.
Yeah.
I still want to rock something like that.
That is a cool headpiece she
Yeah,
had.
with like the ram's ears.
She was a badass in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So how was that movie working with Mel Gibson? I heard he was really an angry guy. Is that true? They did say Mad Max. Maybe it was maybe the movie was going to be Mad Mel at first, and then they changed it up or something. You know,
Mad Mel
Even
Leon
her
Thunderdome.
smile, it looks like her. Even her smile.
even
There
that
is a
beautiful
tween here
shiny
going
heart.
on.
It's that beautiful
Yeah.
heart of hers that just glows.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's say I want to say a few things real quick to just get it off my chest. And let's say hi to Riverton Jewelers over off of 13351 Riverside Drive. That's Sweetie, Sherman Oaks, right down the street. And Chuck and all them. Hey, by the way, if any of y'all need any jewelry
I
fixed,
do. I
or-
need to go by there
Man,
and like,
Chuck
you know.
will hook you up. Just tell
Okay.
them that you're with the
Hey,
family
Chuck.
here, and Chuck will take care of you. Remember, Riverton Jewelers, they've got it down. They've been 30 years in this area. They're family in this
right
area.
on, okay.
We like them a lot.
A lot.
And
A
then
lot.
I wanted to bring up, because we had Earth Day, back April 22nd.
Right on.
And our wonderful friends over there, Trammell Crow and Michael Caine, and they just finished up with this thing, and it was the coup de grace. It was amazing. We're going to talk about it a little more, but that's the world's largest eco conference and exhibition. Say that 3 times fast.
Exhibition,
And
exhibition,
showcases
exhibition.
films and emerging media that explore conservation, climate change, and in the environment. We're going to talk more about this later. Trammell, we love you over there and the whole team. And
Thanks so
then
much for everything you do
Yeah.
for the planet.
he does a ton, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't introduce our star,
my star- the
Pasuli,
star of the show,
our
I
mascot.
forgot.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I wanted to also thank my kids. Paul Aaron, he works with us. He's
Paul.
over here in the studio. My daughter, Shadow Sierra, and my youngest, Christian Lee. I hope they're doing wonderful. And we also want to thank Diana and Russ and Mella for all that she did with our social media. Thank my mom. And also got great news. As of this weekend, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Anahit is no longer Anahit Idamati. It's Anahit Paget. We got married on Saturday.
Hey, congratulations. You know, for some reason, I felt that. My vibration was really high.
Yes.
I'm just
Your
kidding.
vibration
But
very
yeah.
So we didn't really...
That's just
Thank you.
beautiful spirits,
Yeah.
because when they saw each other, Sonny said, "Hi, gorgeous or beautiful," and she said, "Hi, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful
Boom.
spirits."
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Angel.
Thank you. Thank
Love
you so
it.
much.
Awesome.
Appreciate
I had to call God and tell him one of his angels fell from heaven, but I'm not giving her back. So he's going to have to wait until we finish this journey. I know you're tight on time, so I just want to get some announcements out. And now tell us about what's going on.
Well, there's a lot going on. Yes. And that's the thing. If there isn't a lot going on, maybe you're doing something wrong. Because there should be, right? You should always have so much going on until you don't know where to put things. That's why I'm learning now. It's
amazing.
better to have a lot going on than nothing.
nothing going on.
Yeah.
Boy.
You know?
And it's all up to you to make it a lot going on.
It is.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So talking about a lot going on, this Sunday is the Ronnie James Dio Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund. It's a concert. It's a ride from the Harley Davidson Glendale Harley, all the guys on their Harleys riding over to Encino Park. And my band is going to be playing. We played last year, and they had us come back this year. So we'll be playing with Lynch Mob, Eddie Money, Rough Cut, and like a lot of other
Several
different
of my big
bands.
favorites.
Yeah, the Dio Disciples, of course. And I think it's going to be super fun. So
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's so exciting.
Thank you. I love music, and the guys that I work with, I have Johnny Blade on guitar, Robbie Duran on guitar, Robert Cruz on bass, and HHC, which is Charles Wiley. I call him Hard Hitting Charles. I have him on the drums. So you guys come out and just feel the good energy with us because it's for a good cause. I've had an aunt that passed away from cancer, another aunt who almost didn't make it with breast cancer. So I kind of have been there to see the struggle with some people.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to deal with. And I think when you're going through things like that, it's the love that keeps it all together. So you guys come out Sunday, show some love, come to a concert.
Yes.
You got us set up to be there?
Yeah.
Are we able to come out there? How's that work?
Yeah, let me get you
I don't want to get caught in general population.
I will get you set up tomorrow.
I'm spoiled.
Okay.
Yeah, I will get you guys set up. Hey, maybe you can come and work. I have a booth. Everything is Sonia Harley official, by the way. So
Yes.
just in case, I just want to say that before I leave. But yeah, I have a booth that's going to be there at the ride.
Yeah.
And it has jewelry, like from my jewelry line, some jewelry,
Sweet.
ripped and shredded clothing collection, and I have some of my guitar players and bass players. Some of the people that they're sponsored by are going to provide a few little trinkets for people when they come by.
Sweet.
And so maybe you should come
And do
by
it-
the booth, and you could do Rockers for Wildlife.
Well, I want to do a live remote on you.
Yeah, do it.
We can do that, can't we?
Yeah.
Does that
See
fit?
how it works. I'm not sure. We don't know our schedule. No promises, but we'll
no,
try
okay,
our
right
best.
on. That would be
Well, we'll
so
just jump
awesome.
on with our scheduler and see what we've got. But let's see if we can make
Okay.
that happen. We're talking tomorrow. So last time you were here, we had played Pocket Full of Nails, which was off the flipping charts.
Thank you.
Oh my God! Should we give a nibble of that? Do you have time for that, or
Yeah,
should
do
we
it.
wait?
Right on.
You know what? I was getting hungry, so a musical snack.
so
Everybody,
hungry.
a little
This
snack.
song is
Starving.
about karma. Make sure
So
you treat
Yeah,
people
set it
good.
up. Set
This
it
song
up.
is about karma. Make sure you
That's
treat
right.
people good because
Bam.
it comes back to you.
Pocket Full of Nails.
Let me treat them
Sonia.
good. Took me on
I
Motorhead's
did
motorboat,
good.
and
I
here we
got
are.
back to me.
Yes.
And I got good.
Boom! Exactly. I like how she's
God gave
speaking.
you good. Paul, God gave you her. God gave her you.
I
Yep.
think he did
There
a
it
lot
is.
of good stuff.
It's a good run, I can tell you
Pocket full
that.
of nails.
Pocket full of nails. Here we go.
The
Bam.
shark and everybody. Let's do it.
Out for a run and I found my bitch. Now I'm ready to thrash anything that comes my way and tries to haunt me from my past. So you say you're a believer? We'll just wait and see how many times you crawl up on that cross, 'cause you never try to rescue me. You wanna be like Jesus, but you only think about yourself. Karma, karma, it's coming for you. Got a pocket full of nails. You're gonna bleed. You're gonna bleed. You're gonna bleed. Just like me. What can you say to me if you've never sacrificed? You can make them believe, but you're gonna have to pay the price. Don't ask me to forgive you. Who am I to make the rules? The devil whispering in your ear. We all have a right to choose. You wanna be like Jesus, but you only think about yourself. Karma, karma, it's coming for you. Got a pocket full of nails, and you're gonna bleed. You're gonna bleed. You're gonna bleed. Just like me.
Damn, that song gets hotter every
That
time
was
I
good.
hear
I
it.
liked it.
Oh
You
my
liked it.
gosh. Holy
That was
mackerel, is
very
that just hot?
Making
Thank you.
very
Yeah, it drives.
Thank you. I was actually literally running when I wrote the song.
Wow. You were
running?
Because I'm so nice.
Yeah, it
And
looks
somebody-
like it.
Someone
Because it's
told
so
me
energetic.
So how did you read your writing while you were writing
I
it down
didn't.
running?
Oh my god, I didn't.
No.
So my phone was dead. Here's the thing, my phone was dead. So I didn't take it with me, and I was running. I was trying to remember the lyrics
Oh
because
my
God gave
God.
it to me when I was
Yes,
running.
yes, yes, yes.
Someone just told me 2 nights prior to that. You know, you're too nice, and you're gonna have to learn how to find your bitch like you really do. So I'm running, and the first lyric of the song is "Out for a run, and I found my bitch."
I love it.
Oh,
You know, and like,
nice.
I was
found
wondering what that
That's
meant.
what it
I
means.
love
It means like
that.
sometimes you're so nice, you have to really be able to like stand up for yourself. So you know, you got to find that FYB.
Love it.
You know?
Find your bitch.
Yeah. And when you guys
Yeah.
come out to the concert on Sunday, I have tambourines. And I may just throw one or two away.
Bingo.
I always give one away every show. So
Love it. So I
Yeah.
guess for me, so it's FYB for you. I would be FYA for me. Find your asshole.
No. No.
Wait,
see,
that could come off wrong.
I got that wrong.
Maybe with the dick.
I worked it out. Find your beast.
Ooh,
Beast.
Beast for the guys. Beast for the girls.
I like it.
Like that? Or find your boss.
Ooh, find
That
your
works too.
boss. Well, that would have to be about the woman because you all are the boss,
Yes, we
right?
are.
Yeah. It's just an illusion. The guys think they wear the pants. It's just
Find
So-
your best.
Ooh, I love it. We should do that. Like, how
Do
many?
your
how many?
best
How
every
many
day.
words can you use for FYB?
Yeah. So
I could run down that hard and heavy. We could turn this into triple X.
it really works. I tell you one inspiration thing. Seriously, motivation. Honestly, it works because it worked for me. Be your best on today, and then tomorrow say I'm gonna be my best. My best Anahit today.
Yeah.
Okay? So the next day do the same thing. Then
Okay,
you're
so
gonna do it.
tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and say I'm gonna be the best Anahit I can be. Oh wait, I should use my name, right? Oh, okay. I don't know. You're pretty
because you're
sexy.
exactly
yeah,
the
yeah,
same.
exactly. Twin flames, absolutely.
flames, yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Absolutely.
Are you an Aries? What's your sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Oh, I'm an Aries. Okay, that's why.
And I'm a
why.
Leo.
You're a Leo.
He's a Leo.
Ooh,
I am the
see
king of the
mane.
jungle. You damn right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What sign are you?
Capricorn.
Capricorn? That's what my mom, brother, and dad are.
See, that's why there's
Absolutely.
good energy here. And I love Rockers for Wildlife. Thank you so much, Paul,
Thank
for
you
having
so much
me on
for
the show
coming.
We love you.
today. And,
So- Push and plug everything real quick. I know you got to go. This woman's got so much going on. It's like Van Halen, Led Zeppelin, and The Who on tour. It's crazy. Plug Sunday. Where can they go? Social media, all that stuff.
So you could go to the do.org to make your donation for the Ronnie James Dio Stand Up and Shout Cancer Fund. The concert's going to be at the Encino Historical Park, and it starts off with a motorcycle ride from Glendale Harley Davidson all the way to Encino Park, and then of course you have the concert. If you're looking for me, Sonia Harley Official, everything. All you have to do is punch in Sonia Harley Official, and everything that you need to find me is going to be coming up. And we have festivals and things coming up.
What time's the show on Sunday?
The show starts at 11. Get to the
Good
park
question.
at 11. And there's going to be tons of vendors and it's going to be super fun. You can bring your kids if you have kids. I don't, but those of you who do, don't worry about it. The music's going to be loud. Put some earplugs in. It's rock.
And you go on
Know
at
what I
what time?
And I go on at 12:30.
12:30.
Yeah, that's my set.
Midnight. Wow. No, I'm just playing, everybody.
12:30 day.
Don't take that to heart.
12:30
That's daytime.
noon.
So bring your suntan lotion.
Yeah, bring it. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Anything else you need to plug?
Yeah, I already did. May 7th. She's telling me to
May
plug the day.
7th.
Sunday, May 7th. And look for the clothing
party
line that's coming
time.
out, you guys.
Yeah, you got a hot,
Yeah.
hot line
Sonia
coming
Harley
on.
Ripped and Shredded collection.
Woo,
And
love the
F-
name.
the
Shredded,
FYB collection, which is what we kind of talked about.
FIB
Have
Why
Why
don't
collection.
you want to jump
I
in and
love
say hi?
that.
You're going to be coming on the show. Tell everybody. You can get the next line up after they leave. So tell everybody who you are, what you're about, what y'all are doing.
Yes, please.
What's up, everybody? I'm Droney the Real. I'm a hip hop artist and also a media director for the amazing Sonia Harley. So make sure y'all come on May 7th. Check that out.
What name do you go by as a rapper?
Droney the Real.
Gironi, the real.
Gironi.
Keep it real.
Coolioski.
Liking it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Oh,
I'm going to
you're
let
so
you off the
much.
hook.
Okay.
Tomorrow we'll all
Appreciate it.
talk. You know, I'll have my people call your people. Or, no, just that's us talking to each other, by the way. It just sounded really Hollywood. I had to throw that in. Cheers, darlings. Hugs, kisses from a distance.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Always.
coming. Appreciate it.
Tina,
Yes,
tell
Tina,
Mel I said
please.
hi. No.
I know
What's
her
love got to
cousin,
do with
so-
it? Everything.
Yeah, everything.
See y'all later.
Thing to do with, that's why you're together.
That's it.
Thank
Bam.
you.
Cheers. You all have
Okay,
an
cheers,
amazing
Doc.
day.
Cheers. Have
Wow.
a wonderful day.
Jay, Priest. See y'all later.
Bye, darling.
Oh my God, that's going to be a huge event on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Ronnie James Dio was one of the most legendary rockers ever.
Beautiful.
Then you've got Eddie Money, 2 Tickets to Paradise,
Mm-hmm.
Lynch Mob, which that was Dokken back in the day. These guys were just hot and off the charts. Now I've got some Emmy winners rolling in
How
here.
are you?
I don't. Oh my gosh.
Ladies.
Now, we got that amazing opportunity. Go ahead and get your cans on if you would. I think I've got you hot and set up. And holy moly, we are being graced with the presence of Emmy winners.
Oh, yes.
That just feels good and sounds good to say, doesn't it? It must feel really good to hold it, though.
It was
Wow.
It's
quite
heavy.
something. It's very heavy.
Maria, Simone, and Chad Warren, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
My
Very,
Lord.
very welcome.
This is just awesome. Say hi to everybody because you're live video all over the
Hi,
world
there you
now.
are. Woo.
And so,
We want our producer to call in, so I'm gonna.
Oh,
while you're
excellent.
talking, I'm just gonna. She
I'll
has
be
so
on
many
deck.
great things to say.
absolutely. Do you need the number?
You got it.
Yeah.
818-570-5085 for any of you all that like to call in and ask any questions. How does it feel to hold an Emmy? How does it feel to win an Emmy? How does it feel to brag? No, 818-570-5085. That's Chad Warren, Maria Simone. So, Chad, you've got one hell of a ride you've had. TM? Oh, my God. Just on your meditation side is just remarkable. You were literally with the top of the top, the guy that created the movement, Maharishi.
Oh, I was with him, yes.
Yeah. How was that?
Are you a Sita?
Yeah, I'm a governor of the
Okay.
Age of Enlightenment.
I'm a meditator.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
how-
about 14 years now.
Oh, awesome,
yes.
awesome. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so I started meditating when I was 10.
Uh-huh.
And my mom and I went to Europe, spent time with Marcia. I became a teacher when I was, well, I had my 14th birthday on
Wow.
teacher training. So I spent all my high school years in San Diego teaching TM and yoga.
Wonderful.
And then spent more time with Maharishi in Europe. And then came back and went to Maharishi International University in Iowa.
Wow,
And so
nice.
got my degree there. Actually started off in literature, and so my love of story.
Yeah.
I've always had a passion for books and film and story, and then but ended up with my degree in quantum physics and math with a minor in Sanskrit and the Vedas. So my focus has been always on consciousness and science, and the combination, the balance.
That's amazing.
Of consciousness and business, spirituality and business, spirituality and science. And so that's what led to the start of our company, Zen Moose Capital, which is really dedicated to transformational media and social impact.
That's amazing. So, since we're on your side and with
He's
Martin,
much more interested.
but and
I don't
also
know.
we're on TM.
I don't know about that.
So-
I read the bios.
So why don't we use this opportunity for some people that they are listening to this program and they are struggling with life and stresses? Why don't you, as a teacher, TM teacher, and you have been involved with TM from when you were 10, and your Diana does this. I just
Yes.
completely got confused. Sorry.
Diana
the
Kelly.
Distracted,
the
you
brain
know,
phrase.
She's our disruptor. She always rolls in at the sticking her hands up against the window.
Anyways, why don't you just help those people with the introduction that we always get? Just not very, very essence, very nicely. We have.
Well, why
time.
don't you let them share?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
That
long
would
way
be
of saying,
amazing.
yeah.
That would
You
be
mean as far as
amazing
about
and
what
help
you-
so many
about
people.
TM?
Because I tell you one thing, very,
Oh, you have a
very
dog in your
interesting.
lap.
I have a
I
dog.
just-
She does make.
That's our
everything.
mascot.
I just noticed that. That's cool.
The interesting thing is, I have a very close friend of mine. He's doing meditation for 20 years.
Right.
He was struggling with some problems that he had, and he has been trying everything and many things, like so many things, Scientologies, everything.
Everything, yeah.
Everything. And he didn't get anywhere. And one day he was listening to radio.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Oh, yes. And then somebody talked about Maharishi and talked about TM, and he said, I got to go and test this and try this, which I tried everything.
Right.
And he tries this and is hooked there for 25 years and saved his life. And this is very, 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 very serious. Really, really saving your life.
And it's so
Here we go.
simple and
Very
life,
simple.
and life-changing.
Yes,
So-
please.
Yeah, actually, Maria just learned, 3 years ago?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago. But he has such a beautiful, concise.
Oh, absolutely. He's a
explanation
TM
for it, yeah.
CETA and TM teacher. Definitely. Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, basically, TM is the beauty of it is that it's an effortless technique. Doesn't require any belief. It's just a very simple, effortless technique that allows you to transcend which is where transcendental meditation comes from, you're thinking to tap into that infinite source of creativity, intelligence, and consciousness within each one of us. And so what that does is it brings a deep state of rest, which allows the body to relieve stress, become more flexible, stronger. It also enhances the brain coherence. And I was part of a lot of research back in the days when I was in college. They used to do our brain waves, every year in college, EEGs and all that fun stuff, and could see the actual brain coherence increasing as you were going along. And so its beauty is in its simplicity, and its beauty is in its effortlessness, which is, as most other types of meditation, usually have some kind of concentration or contemplation, and which is hard. Yeah. And so
clear your
spending
mind.
energy.
It's very hard.
That's a hard thing to do, is clear your flipping mind.
Those techniques,
it's the trying part.
those techniques, they try to concentrate. Therefore, they spend energy.
Right.
However, TM, we don't try anything.
There's no
Right.
concentration.
Okay, and there's no concentration. Therefore, you gain energy from the pure consciousness that you tap into. And when you tap into your source and pure consciousness, which is full of energy, joy, happiness, and love, you will receive that into your body, and your vibration changes. When your vibration changes, you release those negative energies and stresses that you have. But it's not right away in like this, like a second. You got to practice. It's like Maharishi says always that you put a white canvas to when they want to color it or dye it, they put it in the water.
It takes time to color.
Get the color. You put there, you bring it, they dry again. You put it there, they dry again. That's how it gets the color, and it stays there.
Speaking of color staying there, we got a phone call that came in, and I want to grab this. Who do we have online here?
Is this Kate?
Is this Kate? Hello? Kate. We're still rolling. Somebody's there. Hello. Anybody home? Knock.
Or not?
Okay. I'll leave that channel up. Maybe they had to jump over and do something. I'll leave it up and running. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
that's okay.
I wanted to make sure I grabbed that. They've been sitting there for 2 minutes, so they probably jumped on.
I do want to say, and I know we want to go back to this because it's quite fascinating. Oh, there you
Hello, who do we have here? Roland? Hey, Roland, how's it going?
Good.
Excellent. Can you hold on? I've got a couple of wonderful guests here that just won Emmy, Chad and Maria. You stay online if you can. We'll swing back to you. Got a lot to talk about, brother. Just hold on. Beautiful. All right. Carry on, soldiers.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Oh, I just want to make, because I know she'll probably call in, the Give Show is a beautiful show, and we'll talk about it. The Emmy goes to the most incredible team that created this beautiful show that it's the best thing that nobody knows about yet.
Right.
And Kate,
And that's really
what's
weird,
happened to a lot of the people is we go out into surprise charities, find out what charities are up to, award them money, gift them, and surprise them, and it's great. And everyone on the team has gotten involved with all the charities. So one of our favorite producers is actually volunteering today at one of the charities that supports homeless children, and she's volunteering her time to film the children who want to share messages for other homeless children. And we wanted her here because she was such an integral part of the show. She goes, I can't make it, I'm volunteering. I said, please call in because she has so much beautiful things to share about the Give Show.
And we'll have to swing her back onto the show.
Hopefully she'll call back in.
Absolutely.
We love her.
Absolutely. So I actually had a couple questions real quick. What do you see as the impact of the Give Show? So talk about the Give Show and the impact of it.
Well, as she said, there's a lot of people that have tried to do shows about philanthropy or giving or whatever, and they haven't worked for whatever reason. Either they were there was no edge to it, there was no resolution, there was no whatever. It didn't quite capture. Even was it Oprah tried to even do one?
It's a great show. Maybe timing and
whatever
reason,
it was.
but
just didn't connect.
But we had an amazing team. Bob Friedman, who owns Bungalow, he was one of the founders, or not one of the founders,
Original
ones that really
developers
developed MTV. He did I Love My
Oh, yeah.
MTV, and he ran New Line Cinemas and everything like that. So he took it and he really helped create an amazing format that worked. And so basically it's kind of like Undercover Boss for charities. So
Love it.
They went in, Blair Underwood, Jenna Bush, and other guest celebrities would go in and like they were doing a documentary.
Yeah.
And then at the end they would come back and say, well, actually we're here to give you money based on certain foundations.
So
Wow.
So it's and what we found is that there's two levels of impact. One is that there's the impact on the charity itself, not only from receiving money, but also that exposure.
Absolutely.
And we've gotten a lot of feedback that it's really had an impact on them.
Right.
And we love to see that positive impact on the charities.
Absolutely.
And also we see a lot of people that watch the show and emotionally are impacted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Maria and I have gone on the set so many
we
times.
go on location. We know exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We're there the whole time.
classic.
And then we go back, and once the show airs a couple months later, we're still crying like babies. Like
Every time.
Oh, no.
It's
I
just
cry
the
every time.
editing and just watching the reaction again. But the impact, we wanted to have something that's sustaining and entertaining and really made for network TV and as Chad said, exposes a lot of charities who don't get that kind of exposure to millions of people
Absolutely.
every week. And then the bottom line too is in season 1, about $1 million was given to 44 charities, and that was
Right.
just
Wow,
like
this is amazing.
on a whim.
Love
I mean,
it.
we're next season we'll definitely have higher.
And that was on a
aspirations.
shoestring budget. So
it's
the,
really-
the other part is that it's all about teaching the whole idea of giving to the next
Absolutely.
generation as well.
Exactly.
And so that's part of
Especially when you
one of
start
the
with kids
purposes.
early
Yeah.
on. There are studies about that. If you
the
really
key.
teach, if you teach kids about philanthropy and giving as a way of life, I think it's over 20% more likely to do that, going into their life. It just becomes a way of life. And a lot of people think, well, I have to become a Bill Gates, or I have to be rich or successful to start giving back. And if you incorporate that into your life, at any time, you will be much more abundant and prosperous going forward.
Keyword abundant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say something. It's like a battery that is when you just leave it there and it's not giving any energy
Yes.
out,
Yeah.
it just gets rusted, and it stays there and it dies. It just gets rusted. But if it gives way, then it can recharge and go and again and again. So and it's like a river also. Like even when water is stuck somewhere, it's just goes bad. But when you give it away, you will receive more. So it's like a two ways. Yeah.
Well, it's like a teacher the teacher actually receives more than the student as
Exactly.
they teach. It's
Absolutely.
like the giver
You learn more.
gets so much from giving. And as Maria's has been doing an event called the Enlightened Entrepreneur Summit for many years, and one of the big central tenets was really teaching businesses to incorporate giving as part of their business plan from the very beginning, not waiting till they're successful, but start now as part of your business.
Absolutely.
Use your
And if we
business
do
as a
that
force
as
for
as
good.
part of your life, then it makes for a much more fulfilling life.
Absolutely. I agree 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do something. Let me ask you all, because we were going to have you on for about 10 or 15 minutes. Do y'all want to stay on the whole show with us?
Sure,
Yes,
we have
please.
lots of things to talk
Amazing.
You know,
I know.
we got a lot to
I
talk
love
about,
it.
so
With
that way I can
TM
weave
itself.
in a few calls that we've got that I need to get handled real quick. I think we've got
for it.
Roland calling in, but yeah, stay for the whole show. I love
Thank
it.
Yes, please.
Roland, it's Paul Paget. How's it going, brother?
Good.
Where you at today around the planet?
I'm in Zurich,
Zurich.
back home.
We love it when our radio station TV program reaches Zurich. How's Zurich doing today?
Very good.
So tell us about the journeys. Now that we were at Rodney Dangerfield's beautiful widow's home a week and a half ago, or week ago, might I say, which was a wonderful meeting of some very powerful, wonderful individuals. So tell us about the journeys over the last 7 days. But give everybody a little nutshell real quick of what you guys are doing that's so epic and amazing.
Well, we try to help the United Nations to move on with what they started almost 18 months ago. 18 months ago, every head of state, no matter if he was a dictator or if he was a head of a democratic country, they signed what was called the Sustainable Development Goals. All in all, 17 goals, like SDG number 1, no poverty, or SDG number 2, zero hunger. So 17 of these fantastic goals, and they are no longer just written and people endorse them, but these heads of states signed them by saying by 2030 we will reach these goals, which is amazing.
Love it.
But we need to follow up. We need to find out what's going on in Russia, what's going on in America, what's going on in South Africa, what's going on here in Switzerland, in order to make sure that we reach these fantastic goals. So we started a foundation called the UN Global Sustainability Index Institute, and we measure, first of all, how the blue chips, the big companies in the world, how they are committed to reach these goals. And we were launching the first report 1 week ago at the UN in New York, and then we came to you guys and we explained the results in LA in the beautiful house of Joan, and discussed it with Mikkel and others, that actually out of these top 100 blue chips, who represent close to 10 trillion in market cap, that 82 already are in one way or the other committed to reach these goals. Only 18 seem to be quiet so far. And the good news is that a lot of the companies out of California are doing good, not all. Sorry to say that, for instance, Apple seems to be pretty quiet in their annual report, which is the only legal binding document what the company has when they try to explain what they did the last 12 months and what they are going to do in the coming years. But I hope they will get it, and they will be like Starbucks and others, learning from other companies and lead by example.
That's awesome. You know, we might have to change some of those companies' names from blue chips to cow chips if they don't start actually putting out. They need to start supplying the information out there. Are you able to hang with us and kind of weave in and out of the conversation a little bit, Roland? Are you busy and got to jump and run?
I'll have for sure another 15 minutes, and what you said, you don't need to give them new names. What we are going to do is we color them.
I love it.
Color them.
On a Bloomberg kernel, you have the share price going red or yellow or green, depending on if the share price goes up or down. What we do, after analyzing what these companies are committed to in their annual report, we color the complete company in red, yellow, green.
Love it.
So Apple gets a green, a red.
Red.
Close anything. Starbucks is yellow, and other companies like Deutsche Telekom are green because they even frame their complete annual report around the 17 SDGs.
I love
That's
it.
wonderful.
That's awesome.
That's very awesome.
That's awesome, Roland. Thank you so much. Roland, I'm sorry, I didn't say hi to you. I thought it's somebody else.
No, it's Roland.
How are you,
That's
Lauren?
Anna Heat.
This is Anna Heat. How are you doing,
Hi.
Roland?
Good to hear you.
Good. Excellent. Fantastic.
Well,
we had such an amazing meeting. Yeah.
That was gorgeous
so
over
amazing.
there. What a
yeah.
beautiful home Joan has.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Love
Let alone the information. I left there more inspired, and I thought I couldn't get any more inspired in life. You know what? We had a call come in. Roland, hold that thought. We're going to swing back to you.
Yep.
So hold on one second. Who called in this second time around? Who do we have? Hello? Oh, here, hang on. Roland, if I lose you, call me back, brother. This is Paul. Who do I have calling in? This is Rockers for Wildlife.
Oh, hey, this is Kate Kenny. I was told to call in.
Hey,
Kate.
Now
How
it's a
are
party.
You? Party started.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
Our
Emmy
favorite.
winner.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, wow. We're so blessed to have you calling in to
Kate,
take
we
over.
were, I was just talking. We were talking about the impact of the Give Show and congratulating the
Okay.
team. And we were saying what a rock star you were as a producer. I mean, so many people were impacted. And you're actually at one of the charities. You come back and volunteer, right?
That's amazing.
Well, you know, I was a showrunner, and I was lucky enough to go out and be on many of the shoots. I love being with the people. I've done so many shows where, I'm in a control room and not being able to actually interact with, everybody who's involved in the show. But, we were very much, in getting our hands dirty with everyone out there. And I just came back, and after I had done the show and produced the show in New York, I came back to LA where I live and was like, I've got to go back to one of these organizations, because I was really moved by Safe Place for Youth, which is a organization for homeless youth in Venice, and really love the leadership there. And I do a lot of volunteering to help women coming out of human trafficking, and I have for years. But one of the great things about this show is that I just met so many amazing individuals who have dedicated their lives to making a difference for people in need. And it's amazing once you really listen to yourself and honor your passion. It's amazing the difference people can make. So I was really touched by Allison, who runs Safe Place for Youth, and I went back there and I was like, what can I do? What can I do to help you guys? So now I'm going to make a YouTube series with the youth at, we call it SPY, and we're going to be making videos to help other homeless youth around America so they can, hopefully live safer and transition out of homelessness. So
I love it.
So yeah,
it's brilliant.
I was very impacted by the show.
Beautiful.
And so was so many of the, just talking to the other team members, that was one of the beautiful things. Everyone, they just loved working on the show, and I think it did affect everyone's life. I know it did ours.
Yeah.
And you were so poignant about that, because you were really on this, on the sets, like on location, like all the shows, you were really in there, and it was just amazing to watch everyone in action and see how affected they were.
And love that energy.
Well, and how positive they were, and how much they enjoyed being there, participating.
Yeah.
And that's, every one of them. I mean, that's, and Kate was like one of the most positive, uplifting people, no matter how crazy the situation. She always she was like this essence of peace and groundedness wherever we were. And I always, that's how I see you, Kate. I love you. So
it's very important.
It's always a big plus.
Yeah.
Sounds very
well,
inspiring.
I feel like when you're working with individuals who aren't used to being around cameras, you need to let them know that they're safe. And so many of these stories are just so sensitive, and we really had to be very careful at every location and every way we addressed what they do and the people that get helped by these organizations. We really had to take care of their stories and not show things like some of the homeless kids, like we couldn't show their faces. So we had to be really careful about what we said about people, and just to make sure we're always honoring their situation and what they're doing to get out of a bad situation with the help of these organizations, or not have to overexpose what they had gone through.
Right.
So it's delicate.
Absolutely.
And it was my pleasure to be out there with them.
And thank you.
Thank you
for
so
all
much.
your work.
Yes,
Definitely.
Thank you.
Kate, we look forward to having you on the show, and thank you for calling in. We're so appreciative of everything you're doing and the support you're putting forth out there. It's key and critical. No different than with our charities and everybody else is out there. We try to support everybody doing wonderful things to inspire, educate, and elevate, and it's key. Yeah, congratulations again on all your successes. We'll get with Chad and Maria to coordinate another show so we can all get together and talk about all these other amazing arenas that we're involved in. Just
I
stunning.
love it. I'd like that a lot. Thank you so much for having me on.
Lovely. Take care, Kate.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a
Best to
great
everyone.
day,
Thanks.
Kate.
Bye.
Okay. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I love you.
I think we lost Roland out of the deal. Hopefully he calls back, but we got a good niblet at that. Now, what role does Zen Moose and Capital play in all of this? Just kind of run us through that. I know you touched on it.
Yeah, well, basically, Zen Moose, like you said, is focused on transformational media and social impact. So, Give is just so much everything what we're about. And so to be part of that team was is an honor, and continue on in that role. But it's our whole purpose was to really we see media as a very powerful transformational medium to have a positive impact on people on the planet, as a transformational medium in a way that in terms of we can uplift, we can positively impact, we can be a catharsis, we can also bring light to dark subjects that really need attention.
Well, as a business model, we're I'm the the detailed person of the company, but we're a transformational media and social impact fund.
Yes.
So we work with individual investors who want to come in and invest in the fund, and then we have vetted a number of at least 14 media-related technologies and shows that have a very specific criteria of doing the most good in the world and a high chance of profitability and really a scalability, could potentially have a global presence. So we have very specific criteria. And so what we do is we're investing in all these different projects. But as a whole, we kind of bring them all up together. So instead of just working one-on-one, our methodology is to collaborate and cross-pollinate amongst all the companies that we're investing. So we have a greater chance of success. We mitigate risk across multiple companies, and quite frankly, it's more fun that way. The CEOs of the companies that we're investing in will have access to a lot more resources. We cross-pollinate the talent, we fill in all the gaps, and it's more fun to collaborate and also do good. And so I think the TV show is a great example of something that's positive. It's doing great in the world. It had a big impact. We're part of it as a company investing and then ultimately, especially with season 2, putting that together and strategizing. But that's kind of it's one of our babies, and it has a life of its own, and we're so proud.
That's
of everyone
amazing.
involved.
We're proud of you. So what's next for Give?
Well, we'd like to step into another season, expand more of an online presence, just whatever direction it needs to go, but definitely do more of that and expand it. Hopefully, we work with foundations. We work with foundations to actually give the money to the charities, and we now have a waiting list of foundations that would like to get involved. So we'd like to highlight more charities. We'd like to give more money away. It's quite addicting, as you know.
Absolutely.
Once you start that process, and the fan base is unbelievable.
Crazy.
It's such positive programming, and it's entertaining because we don't know. You don't know how much money the charity's going to get, and they don't know what's going to happen, and so there's always a surprise element, and they have to decide who's going to get what, and
but like she said, also the big thing is now to build a back-end digital presence so that there's an opportunity to continue giving to the charity.
Absolutely.
And also because some of our other companies that we're working with are also sorry, I was getting too comfortable.
That's okay. Comfort's good. That's the way we like it.
And our online digital platforms, right today it's not all about just having a TV show or a film or whatever. It's really about reaching everybody on all the multiple platforms that are available on through phones, through over the top systems, cable, there's so many different ways to reach, and you have to really work on all those platforms. So a lot of our companies are online digital platforms themselves or technologies. Shows like
so we'll do that to Give as well. We'll expand it. We'll have an online presence, and we'll be able to showcase more charities and expand it to the franchise to other countries or other cities. And so
I love
sky's the
it.
limit.
It's awesome.
With radio
as long as giving,
and film and
absolutely.
Let's keep giving cool. Let's make it cool and the way to be. And
that's the key right there. It's just like, so I'll spin on this note so we make sure to get our information out there. We're running up on about 15 minutes left. And so our Rockers for Wildlife charity, for all you all out there, we are putting together our new programs, which we're going to do beach cleanups. Obviously, our work with coral reef preservation. We had planted over 157,000 corals over the last handful of years, and we've now proven that corals will bounce back. So we're now slated to do 3 to 5 million new corals. We're building coral nurseries, and it'll be the continual process for humanity forever. This doesn't stop because we're chopping down 6 billion trees a year. We're wiping it out. There's barely any being planted back. I think I heard that statistic was 3 million trees a year now are just being planted back.
Wow.
We just can't survive on that.
No.
80% of our oxygen comes from our oceans.
Right.
And when I was working with like the great whites and or tigers or whatever I was working with on land too, I realized that all of that was great effort. But if we can't breathe, how well is that all going to serve us? And so we've got to make sure the ocean's still providing oxygen for this planet. Keep trying to remind everybody we're not a land planet, we're an ocean planet.
Right.
That's right.
And we've got to make sure to preserve that. And that's why the pecking order of keeping the predators out there that manage the oceans, they remove the sick and the ill so it doesn't infect the rest of the healthy ocean. And that's what sharks do. It's critical. 120 million sharks killed a year for shark fin soup. It is a tragedy. It is horrific for a $100 bowl of soup that has no taste whatsoever.
Well, and the plastic,
Stupid.
too.
Well, that was the next phase, Chad, is that 11 trillion tons of plastic are in the ocean right now. So you take this evolution of removing the predators of the ocean that keep everything in check. Then you've got all the plastic coming in from the largest predators on the planet, human race, because we're wiping it out. Corporate America has absolutely created a machine that is so profitable that there's no reversing it now. It's now about independence, being mindful, and training and teaching. Just like you said, Maria, we got to get to the kids. Our educational programs that we put forth from kindergartners to sixth graders is to mold them into what they've got to live through, what they've got to do, the mindful stuff. And they're training their parents.
Yes.
Because they're busting them.
That's right.
Mom, Dad, you got to put that in this receptacle. You can't do this. But also, don't take plastic bags from the store any longer.
Right.
Take your own green bags. If you don't have money to put forth into something, a charity or whatnot, and you're struggling, you can still do mindful things. Carry your own water bottle. Take your bag to the, I catch myself. It's tough. Sometimes you forget and leave that bag at home. So here's what we're doing. We're changing our methodology. As soon as we take the groceries in, we walk back out and put that bag back in the car.
That's
Period.
great.
It's
He laughs
key.
at me. I do that. It's
No,
like
we have 50 bags in our bag.
Yeah, I always do have in back
It's
of the car.
critical, but
No,
it's
you're
these
right.
little things
Yes.
that create movements for change and to make a better planet for us. We only have one planet. We got to make this thing the best it can be. So any of you all, and we're also working with major veterans group, Force Blue. We've got 20,000 veterans. Think about this. We started thinking about how long will it take me to train the teams I need to go plant these corals. It could take forever. I mean, it's just a continual process. Why not take the tax money that's already spent on some of the top elite in the military that don't have jobs, that need to utilize what they've learned? We're now bringing them into the ocean. So now we've got 20,000 veterans that we can pick from through Force Blue that are actually working on the coral reef
Instead
program.
of killing themselves,
That's awesome.
suicide.
Yeah, 22. Yeah, that's another. We work a lot with the Veterans
sad.
Affairs, and
Another issue, yeah.
22 to 25 veterans a day are committing suicide. So it's giving back to what they gave to us, and that's critical. And it's a wonderful
Exactly.
space, and we're very proud
Exactly.
with our Rockers for Wildlife charity, and all of you all. Diana's been working with us for quite some time. Thank you, Diana Kelly. That's PR, and in fact, she brought you all on board today.
Yes,
Well, we
we
all
love
did meet
Diana.
on the yacht,
Yeah, that's
but
right, on the
we
yacht,
were
yeah.
getting you either way. But bottom
Yeah,
line
we-
is, there's our
Okay.
catalyst right there.
Our reminder.
Our
She's a good reminder.
mouthpiece. She
Yes,
keeps the boot on our
absolutely.
rear ends and keeps us
Very
going,
happy to
definitely.
see you today.
So with that being said, let's move into the next level. So we're talking about unity, and we are one. We've got to be one.
Yes.
So
Oh, yes.
our partner, David Longoria, that owns Del Oro Studios, which is Casey Kasem's famed studio, we've now put together Vision Works Media together. And David and all of us are going to Washington, D.C., National Prayer Day, May 20th, and we're creating unity with his song, We Are One,
Are
which
One.
is now a world record. Over 700 artists. It is dwarfed.
Wow.
We Are the World. It's a 30-year anniversary of it, leaning forward. So let's get a musical snack going. We Are One.
Oh,
David
good.
Longoria off of his amazing
Amazing.
album, The Journey.
Amazing.
Here's David Longoria.
Yes.
We are one race, we are one people, we are one nation under one God. We have one purpose, that we love one another. He said love one another, he said love one another. We are one, one, we are one, we are one. Everyone!
We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one.
Every man is my brother, every woman is my sister. We're powerful and mighty when we stand together. If anyone attacks my brother, they're attacking me. The strength to defend us will be there when we need.
We are one. We are one. Oh,
we are one. Hey, hey.
We are one. We are one.
We were made to be strong and created to believe. Now together there's no enemy that we cannot defeat.
We have power drawn from love and confidence from unity. Arm in arm together, it's unbeatable community. We are one race, we are one people.
We are
one nation under one.
We are one nation.
Purpose that we love one another. Love one another.
We are.
We are one.
We are one. Don't you know we are one?
Oh my God. Woo. She just burned off 500 calories
I
on that.
love this song.
I
It's
might-
just amazing.
Your
song.
body
I
just
love
wanted to
it.
move.
I can't say it. Sorry.
It's beautiful.
It made my body want to move, but I don't want to embarrass myself
I know,
on
exactly.
air.
It's really
You know what? We had a call come in. Who do we have? This is Paul Paget Rockers. Anybody there?
Roland.
Hello,
Who do we have here?
it's Doug, Paul.
Doug!
Hi, Doug. How are you?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, I'm in a car on the way to the airport, taking the Standing Rock Sacred Fire back to Australia, where I'm going to be doing an intro to Josh Foxett and Myron Dewey and James Bione's film Awake in Bega Valley, 6 hours south of Sydney, kind of 10,000 miles from Standing Rock. But Standing Rock is everywhere, as we know.
That's
know,
right,
as you
brother.
guys know, and
Wow.
you've been pushing it out so long. I just wanted to say a final call from here, and who knows, maybe I'll give you some calls from Australia, because there's certainly are lots of fights to be had down there.
Oh, my
Biggest coal mine in the world under proposal, and yeah. So,
Dude, I'm all about it.
drop in on that.
We had Lori in not too long ago, Lori Woodley, and from All It Takes, and we were very happy about that. We're running a little bit tight on time. Why don't you take about 30 seconds, do your inspiring little thing here, and we're going to jump back over and finish up. But we want to have you back on, Doug. We always want those Standing Rock stories.
Excellent. So went down to Washington, D.C. for the climate march, and there on the front lines was an unexpected arrival of Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was standing right next to Takata Iron Eyes, who's Chase Iron Eyes' daughter, and she's 13 years old, and she is a firecracker powerhouse of water protecting little woman, and we all call her Madam President, because we reckon she's going to be the first Native American woman president, and she did a wonderful chant, which was, we stand with our brothers, we stand with our sisters, we stand with our ancestors, we stand for water, we stand for life.
Wonderful.
And, gives me chills
Wow.
every time. So
I love
there
it.
was on the front lines right next to Leo, and the press were all over him and all over the Native American contingent that led the march in Washington.
Amazing.
200,000 strong, surrounding the White House, calling for meaningful climate action. I was standing out in front of the White House saying, "Whose house?" And everybody just chanted right in, "Our house."
I love it.
Oh, that's nice.
What do you do when your climate's under attack? Stand up, fight back. So there you go.
Loving
That's
it, brother.
My
amazing.
little inspo.
We
Thanks
are
so much. Love
so
you guys.
excited. Love you too,
Thank you
brother.
so much
Let's
for
have
calling.
you back on.
Appreciate
Let's
it.
talk when you get settled. We'll be around this next few days. Let's get you back on air, brother. Thanks for the update.
Thank
Take
you.
care, Doug.
Thanks.
Love you,
Have
bro.
a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my God! You know what? We always love getting calls in about our Standing Rock brothers and sisters. We've had some wonderful leaders from Standing Rock in, and we got people all over the world doing amazing stuff. Now the show's
We have
become
to unite
global.
all together.
Loving it.
Congratulations.
You know, it is about the reach. You know, it's about inspiring people all over the world, and that's why David's song "We Are One" is so important, and that's why we're taking that to the White House. The division of lines stops that day, at least for a day. You know, hopefully we can make that a movement, but you know how the world is.
We'll
you know,
see.
we can
Yeah,
keep
we can't
strolling
just
down
stop.
it though.
Yeah.
So
Let
what?
me ask you a question.
Yeah, please.
So before the time is running, how we can get to TMs? If someone want to get to TM, do you still teach or?
No,
You don't teach anymore.
Yeah, I don't teach anymore.
But they can just. I know
there's
the
always
website.
they can go to the website. They can Google their local TM
Yeah,
center.
It's tm.org.
Yeah.
And you can also Google. There are all cities. They have TM center
You can
around
for
the
free,
world.
there's a 90-minute presentation. and
There
they
is a
explain all of
presentation,
that.
of course, 90 minutes, and I'm gonna have
And there's-
someone
yeah.
comes and does the presentation.
And
in
there's
the
some
future
wonderful
very soon,
teachers
so that
and-
they
Now,
can.
we have, in fact, within our organization, one of the things that we're doing is we invest in these companies. It's not just about the money and investing and profit and all that. We really want to take a stake in their emotional and well-being and their health and all of that across their whole company. And so we're actually bringing our people in to teach them TM. We're
that's nice.
sharing health practices with them.
beautiful.
So,
Sending
you know,
angel
so
farms
that'll
and-
be
yeah.
probably part of our organization.
Yeah,
Just make sure
absolutely. So
everyone
how
is
they
cert-
can get to your organization? What is the address? What's the website?
Well, they can go to www.zenmoosecapital.com. ZENMOOSE, like an actual moose.
And we'll
Zen
put that
Moose.
on our website as we advertise this later. We will make sure everybody's got links out there so they can
Yeah.
go to it. I have a question though. I
you can't
I love the Emmy part, so we're running
Yeah.
out of time. So, do you think your team was going? Did they think they were going to win the Emmy?
I personally
Yeah,
knew.
she did. She called it last September.
We're going to win the moment, because I know that when we do this type of thing at my events, that was only when you're giving money and you're supporting people who are doing good. That was always like the most popular time of my events. So I knew as we were stepping in to get involved in the show like this, that there's something to it. And at the moment we saw the sizzle reel, we knew it. I knew it personally. I
Your
think that-
instinct,
Maria-
right? Your
yeah.
feeling.
Well, she has a very powerful
and I kept
intuition.
saying, and it sounded I know.
She kept saying, that's going to get an Emmy. That's getting
Yeah,
an
I
Emmy.
just knew. And then also, I kept saying, okay, when are the Emmys? Like I was trying to keep track of it to make sure that we were, in there. But the team, I think they were very tentative because there was a lot of competition. There's a lot of great children's shows.
It's
And
also the first season, so
just
aired.
it's
It
pretty
just
amazing
premiered
for it
in
to get an Emmy
October.
on its first
Oh
year.
my
That's
God, it's
amazing.
insane!
That's
We're
amazing.
stoked.
So I think they were hopeful, but they've been around the block, so nobody had any idea that it would do this well, and it was quite shocking to see. They were all
Just
literally
proving
shocked.
that it worked
Right.
was a huge
They were shocked, but
accomplishment.
not you.
That was a Tom Brady moment. You threw it in and scored. I love it.
They were,
So,
everyone was quite
real
shocked
quick,
that
we've got
day.
2 minutes. I want in 15 seconds. Why are you doing this work?
Well, this is our just like you. This is our legacy work. It's like, what else is there? We are running out of time to solve some of these problems. I know the
Absolutely.
kids are coming up and they're kicking their parents' butts.
Yep.
But we still have we have a very short window of opportunity, and I think we need some type of a quantum leap in evolution right now. So if we keep doing what we're
Absolutely.
doing, it's we're not going to do very well as a planet. But somehow, somewhere, something's going to ignite, and we're going to have like this, just like a caterpillar, goes into the cocoon and transforms into a butterfly, just like the birthing process. The embryo turns into a baby. There's something that's going to happen on the planet, and so for me personally, if we're not part of this right now and inspiring it and showcasing it and making it,
we want to work with people that we love. We want to create greater a model of happiness in the workplace. We want to create more joy and happiness within each person. And there you go.
Boom. So we got about 40 seconds, so I got to hit a couple of things, and that was very inspiring. And we thank God you all were able to stay on the whole show. You inspired the fire out of us.
I have so many questions.
So we're having you. We can have you back, right? We can get you back.
We live right down the road.
You're a whole nother show. Okay, so on that note, I want to thank everybody. Thank all of our teams. Thank Diana Kelly. Thank my son Paul Aaron for all the work he's done. We've got Russ. He's our management. He's done amazing. Russ Nybert. He's just beautiful. And our great news of the weekend, we've tied the knot. So to my beautiful new bride, as of the 29th, we are now Mr. and Mrs. Paget.
Really? Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Wow.
And so April 29th is our date. And thank you, David Longoria, for We Are One. Thank you, Sonia Harley. Thank you, Riverton Jewelers, right down the street. You need anything fixed, run down to 13351 Riverside Drive, right around the corner, Sherman Oaks. 30-year veterans. Buy new, get your old stuff fixed, whatever you need. Chuck is amazing out there. We love you, Chuck. We love everybody. We love Sam. We love Roland. We love LA Talk Radio, Rockers for Wildlife, every Wednesday, 12 o'clock, same bat time, same bat channel. Check out our social media, Instagram, Facebook, and any other stuff that's out there. Baby, we will catch you next Friday. We are out of here shortly, right now.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll have to go celebrate with you.
That was fun. Only on LA Talk Radio.
What you doing?